Hi, welcome to the closing plenary of the 2020 DLF Forum. I'm Louisa Kwasigroch, Interim DLF Senior Program Officer and Director of Outreach and Engagement at CLIR. One of my favorite parts of closing out the DLF Forum is taking another moment to thank the hundreds of individuals involved in making it all happen. First, thank you to Dr. Stacy Patton for her incredible keynote address. I'm sure I wasn't the only one clapping enthusiastically while giving a standing ovation at home. The DLF team would also like to thank all of our presenters. We appreciate you rolling with the format change so gracefully. The organizations that support the DLF Forum and affiliated events are community-focused experts. I'd like to give another huge thank you to our 2020 sponsors, Aviary, AVP, Digital Bedrock, Discovery Garden, CLIR's Material Memory Podcast, Picture Eye, and Cortex powered by Adam Matthew Digital. Please visit them online in the Hall of Sponsors all week. Because the guiding purpose of this year's Virtual DLF Forum was building community while apart, we sought to highlight voices from the field. Blog posts by community journalists will be available in early December. Congratulations to all of our community journalists. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and we know the DLF community will amplify your voices. We say it every year, but it truly takes a DLF village to make the DLF Forum and the many surrounding events and meetups happen. One last resounding thank you to our dedicated committees. We couldn't have done it without you. Want to give back next year? Sign up for the DLF Forum newsletter or join the DLF Announce listserv because we'll be opening a call for planning committee members soon. Our hope is to be together in person next year, but in the meantime, DLF work and fun happens all year round. Make sure to stay in touch because we always want to hear from you. Please know you can contact me or CLIR staff at any time. And now we have a special sneak peek at the new season of CLIR's podcast, Material Memory. I'll turn things over to Nicole Kang Ferraiolo, CLIR's Director of Global Strategic Initiatives and the host of the upcoming season of Material Memory. Thank you all for joining us this week.
Thank you, Louisa. I'm Nicole Kang Ferraiolo, CLIR's Director of Global Strategic Initiatives and the host of Season 2 of CLIR's podcast, Material Memory. Material Memory explores the effects of our changing world on the records of our shared humanity. Our first season, hosted by my colleague Joy Banks, celebrated the Year of Indigenous Languages. In this season, we're examining the impact of the climate crisis on communities and their cultural heritage. Climate change is the biggest challenge facing humanity. In one way or another, it will impact every aspect of human life, and this includes our libraries, museums, and other cultural institutions. The effects are ubiquitous, but will not be evenly distributed. Given that the stakes for millions of people are literally life and death, should we even be worrying about cultural heritage? I spoke about this and more with 7 guests whose work spans 4 continents and who come from different corners of the library and cultural heritage fields. We found ourselves tackling questions like, what is culture? Why does it matter? And how does cultural memory inform issues of equity, power, and social justice? And of course, what can we do as information and cultural heritage practitioners in the face of the climate crisis? In this season, you'll listen in on my conversations with archivists Era Tanzi and Ben Goldman of the Repo Data Project. Some of you may remember Era from her incredible NDSA keynote in 2017. I also spoke with Itza Carbajal, who co-organized the 2019 Climate Strike Teach-ins, as well as Victoria Herman, Executive Director of the Arctic Institute, and Crystal Falima of FEMA. We rounded out the season with conversations with Saiful Chaudhry of the University of Dhaka and with Blessing Onima of Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Nigeria. I came away informed, sobered, and inspired by the work they and others are doing, and we hope you'll have a similar experience. We're thrilled to announce that our first 2 episodes are available now, with more to follow in the weeks ahead. You can subscribe to Material Memory wherever you get your podcasts, or listen directly on our website at material-memory.clir.org, where you can also find our show notes with transcripts and additional resources. If you'd like us to highlight your own climate work on our website, don't hesitate to reach out to us by tweeting at CLIR News. And once you've listened to the podcast, we would love it if you would leave us a review. For the next few months, CLIR will have 1 tree planted for every review we receive, and 2 reviewers will be selected to receive $100 gift cards to keep or to donate to climate or cultural causes of their choice. Details can be found on our podcast website. Finally, our team has put together this short trailer, which we're now going to show you. We hope you enjoy it and that you'll join us for the season. Thank you.
Climate change is ultimately about challenges to who we are, who we've been, who we can be, and the heritage that all of that is founded upon.
Everyone is going to be affected by climate change, but people's ability to recover from or adapt to climate change is determined by socioeconomic conditions that have existed for a very long time.
Disasters can disrupt every aspect of our lives, whether that is our cultural institutions of libraries, our museums, different historical sites.
In the second season of Material Memory, we're exploring the intersection of climate change and cultural heritage. We'll look at how climate change affects records and preservation.
We found 18 coastal locations that would likely be inundated by 6-foot sea level rise by 2100.
We'll examine the impact of climate disasters.
From my own personal experience with Katrina, it's like without records, you are basically like nobody.
We'll think about the complexity of preserving heritage for communities at risk of displacement.
We lost the whole generation and the whole profession, and the process of the artwork is disappearing.
And we'll reflect on what we stand to lose if we don't act.
Preserving cultural heritage matters because heritages speak a volume of a people.
Join us as we consider what's at stake with climate change and cultural memory, what's being done, and where we can go from here. Material Memory is a podcast by CLIR. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello again, everyone. I hope you found this forum to be as lively and enlightening as I did. And I hope the presentations and the sidebar chats and the various channels of communication affirmed that the forum is a robust and engaged set of communities. It is vibrant with ideas and deeply committed to social justice, diversity, and the equity of opportunity. It's also communities that believe, I think strongly, that the access to knowledge and the sharing of our efforts are part and fundamental to a successful public good. I would also like to add my own personal gratitude that the program and principles of DLF and the forum could not be more timely, urgent, and essential, not only for our professional development, but for our freedom as well. On a final business note, I encourage you all to complete the survey. There you see the slide. This really helps us understand what we're doing fairly well, how we can improve. Your ideas and your comments and your recommendations are certainly listened to and will contribute to an increasingly stronger and stronger forum over the years to come. So please do fill out the survey, and with our gratitude. And finally, I wish you all good health and safe shelter. And hopefully, if the world, as we do desire, becomes a little bit closer to normal next year, we would love to welcome you in 2021 in St. Louis. So, see you in St. Louis, and best of luck to all. Thank you.